Good morning and welcome to the 17th annual meeting for the PACE Organization of Rhode Island. Not only do I see lovely faces in front of me, but on screen there are also folks in Newport and Westerly and Woonsocket joining us this morning. So just know that you are seen throughout the organization today. This event will be taped, so for your staff that are not able to make it, please make sure that they get the link so that they can watch it at their leisure after today. I'm really pleased that you're here this morning because for those of you that are in the building, you know the emails that we have been getting over the past couple of days, which is that people are dropping like flies. So apparently we shared a whole lot more than turkey over Thanksgiving, and the end result has been that a lot of our folks have been unable to join us this morning, and we hope that they are getting healthy and restoring their energy so they can come back in full boat either hopefully next week. So I also want to just start by saying that I'm Joan Kwiatkowski. I'm the Chief Executive Officer here at PACE. And good morning. It's so nice to see you. This is a very special day in the organization because we honor not only all of you, the staff, but we also honor our board of directors. We honor partners who help us deliver the care to our participants. And we really celebrate all of the achievements that we have collectively created over the past year. So this morning what we're going to be doing is we're going to have a host of good news, which I hope will energize you. We're going to be showing you a video, and we're also going to be providing some special people, some acknowledgments, thanks, and awards. So I really do get to witness the deep emotional connection between our staff and our participants, the care, the diligence, the commitment. And I'm always impressed every day by the efforts that people put out, whether you're sitting behind a computer screen most of the day or you're actually on the floor delivering care. Everybody that's here is here because of the mission. And I'm really excited about the mission. It's something that I really have aspired to in terms of my own career path, that I had always hoped I would get to work for a PACE organization because I know how unique of a model it is and what a special opportunity we have in the lives of our participants. And today is really a day where we can celebrate all of that unique opportunity. I also want to just acknowledge the caregivers that we have in the lives of our participants, whether it's a family member, a neighbor, a friend. Those are folks who are teammates to our team, right? They care every day for those individuals out of sight to us more often than not, and they sacrifice a lot of their own life to do that. And so today we honor them as well. So what I'd like to do this morning is I'd like to start off by introducing Kim Denny, who's our outgoing board chair. Kim has served as board chair for the past 3 years. I came to know Kim when we both served on a nonprofit board. That experience was not a very satisfying one for either one of us, but sometimes tough times produce good outcomes, and meeting Kim was a good outcome. She has led the board through COVID, strategic planning, the purchase and relocation of Providence to East Providence, all the while being loud and proud about the PACE mission. Kim is one of the most sincere and generous people that I have had the pleasure of working with. She selflessly served as a sounding board for me and a reliable support to me when having to make difficult decisions. Kim always looks forward and encouraged us to take risks that would ultimately benefit the organization and the participants. Kim never loses sight of the participants, and during COVID, Kim delivered food to one of our participants. In return for that kindness, that participant gave Kim a crocheted toilet paper cover. A very special gift indeed, one I'm sure that Kim treasures. Kim helped pack Thanksgiving baskets for our participants, and these are examples and many more of her evidence of support to the PACE mission. I am grateful to her support, her leadership, her good humor, and her guidance. Kim?
Thank you. I've got a little tear in my eye right now. Before I say a few words, I'd like to call the board meeting to order because it is still a board meeting. And I would like a motion by a board member asking to defer the review of the financials and minutes until our January meeting. If I could have that. Thank you. And a second? Do we have a second? We do, and I guess all's in favor. And full disclosure, this is my least fun part of being the board chair. The Robert's Rules of Order, I call them the Bob's Rules when I do it, but anyway, I've worked with a great group. But I have been so proud and also humbled that I've been able to represent PACE Rhode Island as the board chair over the past 3 years. And as Joan said, what a few years it has been with the move to the new building, the client census growth, that was a big goal for us, and of course dealing with COVID. Joan and her staff never cease to amaze me in their ability to take challenges head on and not only keep the show running during all of this, but thriving. I always believe with great challenges also come great opportunities. And the team at PACE really embraced this idea. Not only do I believe that PACE Rhode Island is the gold standard for care for the aging, but the gold standard when it comes to running an organization. And I do have experience with this, and I mean this sincerely. All of you in this room deserve the credit for that, and I have enjoyed working with and getting to know many of you. Thanks to Joan, fellow board members, and the PACE clients for giving me many wonderful experiences and memorable moments. And I know I'm a cornball here, but I love that toilet paper cover. And I had it in my office for a few months, but it's just one of those things. I love the face-to-face opportunities. For me, it's not just serving on a board, but it's really seeing what you do. And it's so meaningful and valuable, especially during these times. And as someone aging, like all of us, I hope that there's PACE in places like this for me as well. So Sandy Wilkerson, who's on the board now, will be stepping in as the new board chair. She has many years of experience working in hospice services, and you cannot ask for a more caring, knowledgeable, and kind leader to take us through the next 3 years. Sandy is running, I think, a little bit late. She should be here, but I'm looking forward to having you all meet her. But thank you very much. And I'll be on the board for another year, and hopefully I'll keep seeing you. Thank you.
So first of all, I thank you for your comments and your tears too, because that really suggests your genuineness. But we'd like to give you something representative of your leadership and support to us over the years.
Oh, beautiful.
It's like Vanna, you know?
Yeah, I know. This is awesome. Oh, thank you so much. These are gorgeous. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're going to have Sandy come up when she does arrive and make just a few comments. So we'll adjust the agenda a little bit for her arrival. We'll move on now to some of the other acknowledgments. Fritz Eckel, who has been a board member for 9 years, was unable to join us this morning. Fritz is an attorney in Westerly. He served on the Adult Day Center of Westerly board prior to joining the PACE board, and he served on our board for an additional 9 years. So he has termed off of the board, and we thank him for his service. Fritz and I had the chance to talk last week about his tenure on the board, and basically what he said was that he always felt like he didn't know what we did, but was always impressed by what we did, and but was always a willing spirit in the conversation. He asked a lot of good questions. He kept us honest. He certainly held my feet to the fire many times, and we will miss his thoughtful contributions to the board. So with that, I'd like now to move on to a video that has been prepared by our illustrious marketing department. I want to give Emerson a shout out for her good work. And so we're going to turn to the video. So as you can see, we did a lot over the past year, right? We cared for a lot of people. You folks were really supportive to each other. It was really quite a successful year, so thanks for that. I'd actually like to divert a little bit and introduce our incoming board chair, Sandy Wilkerson.
Thank you, Joan. Thanks. Good morning, everyone. I'll start by saying I can never understand how people can be late for planned events. It's like absolutely is one of the things that drives me crazy. Here I am. But thank you for the introduction, Joan. And I just want to, Kim, I missed your entrance, but just thank you from the board and from myself for everything you've done over the time that you've been with us, and that I'm sure you will continue to do as you stay on the board with us for another year as past chair. I am so happy to be starting this month of December of holiday festivities with all of you, particularly as we acknowledge each and every one of you and what you do for PACE and for our communities throughout the year. I'm honored and I'm humbled to be taking on the responsibility of chair of the board. PACE, all of you, are clearly making a significant impact on our communities, from COVID vaccines to planting trees to the articles we see in news, AARP, Providence Business News, in TVs, but that's all of you. You are PACE, and those things would not be happening if it wasn't for each and every one of you. So I am ecstatic to be part of the board and to be chair as we continue to spread that footprint in our communities. We've got no place to go but up, and that's been evident throughout the years, and especially over the last several. I also would like to include, and I know they mentioned it in the video, but Fritz Eckel has been on the board for some time, since Westerly Daycare joined us, and he'll be leaving the board. So we bid him adieu and thank him for his work with us as well. And then our vice chair, is Candy here? Will be working alongside me as vice chair and to support everything that the agency does. I really think that we have a lot of place to go as we continue giving that good quality care to our patients and, participants, and we continue to spread that footprint that is clearly a base here in the state of Rhode Island. And at that, I'm going to say let's keep the festivities going.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate it. And for those of you that don't know Sandy, Sandy has been a nurse and a healthcare administrator, predominantly at Hope Hospice for, we won't say how long, but a significant amount of time, and really, I think, brings not only healthcare knowledge, but that passion and compassion that goes along with her nursing career. So we're excited to have her. We are now going to move into acknowledging our partners who have been so helpful in our success over the past year. And we're going to begin with introducing Chris Auger, who is our social work manager, who's going to be giving out our Caregiver Award. Chris?
Good morning. I'm proud to be here this morning to recognize one outstanding caregiver. Lucille Landry was nominated by PACE social worker Carolyn McDonough, who cited Lucille's devotion, tenacity, and sense of humor as keys to this woman's success. She is the go-to person when it comes to caring for her brothers-in-law. Yes, Lucille takes care of not just one, but two of our participants. Mo joined us in 2015, and 2 years later, his brother Jerry joined PACE. I think you were referring to them as Mo and Curly? Mo and Larry, yes. She is a true partner with PACE. She provides an extra set of eyes and alerts PACE immediately to any concerns and follows up on PACE recommendations. She continues to advocate for Jerry and Mo by going to meetings on their behalf, coming to the center throughout the years, which when I first met you. She listens to them and provides practical support. Lucille's even done a lot of legwork to help her brothers-in-law find housing in the same building. Without her advocacy, neither man could live independently. She really is both terrific and tireless. Because of the efforts of this devoted caregiver, who took her over an hour to get here, fighting the traffic, PACE is thrilled to present our Caregiver of the Year to Lucille Landry. Lucille. I'm going to have you stand right over here. Turn the picture around so they can see that too.
Yeah, we got to show that off, you know? Absolutely.
There you go. Oops.
Thank you. Before I start, I just want to make a comment on that video. Did you see all the happy faces? You know, I often wonder, when a senior citizen dies, a book of knowledge and wisdom goes with it. As caregivers, let them express that knowledge and that wisdom that they have. You know, don't put them aside. I know I've been a nurse for a long time, and I love taking care of seniors. I just wrote a few words here. You can ask any one of my friends. I am never at a loss for words. But I'll tell you, I did jot a few things down. In the past 5 years, God has called my 8 brothers and sisters, my husband and my son, to enjoy his glory in heaven. This left a big void in my life. But Morris and Jerry, known as Mo and Larry, they've filled that joy. They've replaced my family. The band of the Hollies said it best with their song, "He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother." On behalf of me, myself, and I would like to thank you all for this honor that really, really touches my heart. Thank you. I'll pick it up after.
I put it down under your
thank you.
Don't worry, you're not getting out without it. I'd like now to introduce Vera Brito, who is our enrollment lead, who will be introducing our Community Partnership Award.
Good morning, everyone. PACE is fortunate to have partners in the community who work every day with struggling individuals and families. There are folks who keep us in mind when someone who needs our help. Oftentimes, it's resident service coordinators. Today, we'd like to recognize one of those special people. Molly Pine is a resident service coordinator at the Village Apartments and at the Pierce Manor Apartments in Providence. What makes Molly special is her genuine desire to help others. She is a great advocate for her residents and has a real understanding of their needs. I remember one instance of a resident in her building living with many chronic conditions, who had resigned herself to living an isolated existence. Molly listened to her, explained specific things that PACE could address for her, and quickly reached out to PACE. Molly gave her resident hope. Molly met with the resident, And when we did her initial assessment, she was there. We completed the medical assessment, and Molly was there. We asked Molly to help us gather paperwork, and Molly obliged. Every meeting we had throughout the process, Molly was there. She has even been known to celebrate with us when the residents officially become PACE participants. PACE is very grateful for the partnership that we have with this remarkable caring professional. So it's my pleasure to present Molly with our Community Partner Award. Molly. Molly is always there.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so humbled. Thank you so much. I've been doing social services now, I don't even know how many years, but I have to say when I started this position through Cornell Management, I get to work with my favorite population, the elderly and disabled. And one of the things that they need and that you guys provide for them so effortlessly is independence. Because once you get to be, through the journey of life, isn't that what we all want? Care and independence and respect. So this partnership has been effortless because it's just, you're giving them what they need and what they want. So I can't even tell you the smiles from the participants when they leave, because I get there in the morning when they're waiting for their bus. And then when they come back, it's just a huge difference. They just are fulfilled and happy. And it's just so wonderful, the actual participant that Vera was speaking of. I didn't think that she was ever going to leave her apartment. And I was like, oh, please. So, and now she's there, and she comes home and is happy and moving. And it's just, I could talk all day about PACE. So thank you all. I'm so very humbled. Thank you.
And now I'd like to introduce Ryan Gerard, our Chief of Operations, who is going to present our Business Partnership Award.
Good morning, everyone. PACE has many wonderful trusted vendors, but there are only a select number of those organizations that make it to the next level. They make an extra effort. They have your back when you're trying to make a deadline, or they anticipate your needs without you having to articulate them. That describes our next awardee, Coastline Emergency Medical Services. Coastline provides services with care and attention to detail that is above and beyond standard transportation vendors. They take the time to care and understand our participants' needs. When we entrust Coastline to transport a participant, we know they'll arrive safely, will be treated with respect, and be cared for from the moment they leave our doors to the minute they return. Coastline professionals share PACE's mission, vision, and values. Most of all, they truly love and respect the elders in their care. It is for that reason I am pleased to present the 2022 Business Partnership Award to Carol Mansfield, Mark Haskell, Dave Puckett, and Tracy Violet.
I didn't know saying no is an option. It's not on the agenda. Next, I would like to introduce Trish Seuss, who is our Education Associate, to present our Academic Partnership Award. Trish?
Thank you, Joan. Good morning, everybody. I'm pleased to recognize Rhode Island College today as our Academic Partner Award recipient. More than 80% of PACE participants have behavioral health diagnosis, so it's important for all of us to know how to care and support them. By training all PACE employees, our goal is to provide consistent application of best practices along with compassion and understanding. Rhode Island College, and more so, Assistant Professor and Department Chair Beth Lewis and her students have been flexible and responsive to our organization's needs. They've tailored content with input from our staff and have adapted a general program of study to one that is specific to our population's needs. Thank you, Rhode Island College. Thank you, Dr. Beth Lewis, and students of the Department of Psychology. It is my pleasure to present you with this award as PACE Rhode Island's Academic Partner of the Year, Beth Lewis. We also match today.
I'll be brief. Thank you so much. I also am very, very humbled, and I am so grateful that you think I am worthy of this award. What I find, I've been here nearly a year now at PACE, and what I find is that your staff already possess what is necessary to treat people with behavioral health difficulties, which is your values: kindness, and respect, wisdom, and one that you don't list on your website, but which is what I see in all of the employees I've trained so far, which is patience. Patience, 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 and you can't ask for more of your employees. So it has been my pleasure to be here and to be working with all of you. So thank you very much.
Thank you. So far you have seen us celebrate board members and our community and business partners. Now we're going to move on to celebrating our staff. We're going to begin by acknowledging the individuals who have been with us for a certain amount of time. So our 5-year, 10-year, and 15-year employees. And to those of you that are not in this room, but you're in our other locations, please know that my deepest gratitude goes out to you for your commitment to the organization. I can't hug you in person, but when I get to your site, I certainly will do that. So we're going to start by reading out the names of the individuals in each of the categories. Please know that not all of them are here in the room, but we do want to at least say their names in public. So with our 5-year celebration, I will begin with Elena Marchand, who is our Senior Director of Human Services and last year's Winoker Awardee. She is up in Woonsocket. Yay to Elena. Janice Appleton, who was one of our CNAs and just had an adorable baby boy, so she is on maternity leave. Laura, yeah, why not? Laura Young, who is our behavioral health counselor and was our prior social work manager. Is Laura here this morning? No, okay. And then last but not least, one of our heroic nurses down in Westerly, Deb Barnard. So congratulations and thank you. Now our 10-year anniversary winners. It's kind of special for me to say congratulations to Jen Wood, who is our life enrichment lead in Woonsocket, because I think Jen started working for us when she was 9. She, now has 2 school-age children, so I don't feel old at all by acknowledging Jen. But she also, just for the, to add a little color to this, had this incredible game last week up for Thanksgiving, which was throwing rubber turkeys, think rubber chickens, at a target to get points. So the clients threw the rubber chickens at this target in order to, it just looked a little funny to have all those sort of looking dead chickens on the floor. So thanks, Jen, for your creativity and commitment. Doreen Akanabi, who is one of our CNAs in our home care department. Doreen? Come on up, Doreen. Come on, come on. Don't be shy. I know you better than that. Thank you for your commitment. And Ann McLaughlin, our dietitian. Congratulations. Thank you. And now I'd like to acknowledge our 15-year employees, both of whom are dedicated drivers, Rose Duchesne and David Briggs. And I believe Rose is out on a run right now, so she could not be with us. And David Briggs is our driver in Westerly. So David, hats off to you, and I hope you have a lot of good fishing days ahead. So now I would like to ask Sherry Aiello, who is our nurse manager, to come up and give a special acknowledgement to one very special staff person. Sherry?
Hello. All right. So I'm here to talk about Denise Miller. And first of all, I'm so glad she was able to make it, and you'll see when she comes up why I say this. But you'll wait for the surprise. So she's worked in the field of nursing for the past 41 years. Do not raise your hands, but I bet a significant number of you were born after, you haven't been born alive for 41 years. It was an HR thing. I couldn't have you raise your hand. Anyway, Denise began her career in the hospital and transitioned to the world of community nursing 36 years ago and has not looked back. She discovered her calling as a patient advocate, greeting every person with compassion and excellent care. And if you know Denise, you know she checks all the boxes and she makes sure the patient's super educated, and she really thinks about people in a very holistic way. For the past 11 years, Denise has shared her skills and expertise with the PACE Rhode Island and participants in several nursing roles. She started as a community care nurse. She transitioned to be the nurse manager, and then to her current role as the wound support nurse, which I think is your favorite role. Her expertise is appreciated by the nursing and medical teams. I can hear the cries from my desk, "Where's Denise?" So Denise will retire at the end of the month and will be moving to Florida in early January. And today we'd like to recognize her contributions to nursing, her dedication to PACE participants, and to the organization. You will truly be missed. And I can't believe you're leaving, URI basketball team. Anyway, come on up.
Thank you to all my coworkers and the board and the participants. It's been quite the journey. Couldn't have done all this without you. It's just love of the patients and getting the best we can for them. And I'm going to miss each and every one of you. Thank you so much for working with me.
So now we're on to the final phase of this annual meeting. I'm going to begin by talking about the Florence Madison Award winner, and then finally the Winoker Award winner, and then at the close of this, I'll ask Sandy to come up, who now serves as board chair, to call a motion to adjourn the meeting so we can move on to refreshments. One of my favorite parts. The number of nominations representing suitable candidates grows each year. And each year, selection of a winner gets harder. But some years, after diligent and thorough review of each candidate, you realize the decision is much easier than anticipated. This year, this winner was obvious. This is a person whose work touches each and every one of us. They are quiet until they aren't. They are shy until they're not. They are diligent, dedicated, attentive to every detail, all of the time. The term sweet comes to mind when describing this person. This person is super kind to anyone who seeks her out for an answer to a question or request. They lend a willing ear to anyone with a story to tell. The nominee referred to this person as committed and a secret gem within the organization. Participants are the recipients of this person's warmth and generosity. This person always remembers that our clients are at the center of our being. They work to help participants solve problems, and this person's attention to detail helps our clients feel safe and sound. While shy and quiet, this person will speak up to advocate for what they believe is right. Most of the ideas focus on improvements in their own department, but they are also quick to recommend ideas that will improve the lives of our participants. This person always participates in agency-wide activities and makes sure others in their department also join in. They are proud of PACE and their employment with PACE. They have adapted to several changes in their department. Their job has been modified over the past 2 years, and this person always accepts those changes with a willingness to succeed and be a team player. While they may have a list of questions about those changes, those questions are intended to ensure good outcomes for all involved. This person has worked for the organization for over 7 years, a graduate of local Rhode Island colleges. This person's prior employers note how smart this person is, has high principles, jumps in to help, knows their limits, hard worker, reliable, not afraid to ask questions. And remember when I referred to this person as sweet? Well, what their previous employers failed to tell us was what a great baker this person is, what a loyal mom this person is, what a dedicated speed walker this person is, and what an intense dog lover this person is. I am pleased to announce Doreen Swierk as our Florence Madison Award winner.
Thank you.
Oh, just thank you, thank you. This is a shock, and I don't like attention, so this is even more of a shock. Thank you.
So now, our final award, the Winoker Award. In many years, when we first started 17 years ago, we rented property on Chapman Street in Providence, and that was a manufacturing center. It actually created the twisty ties that are on bread bags. And so the landlord built to spec our first PACE site, and that was Jim Winoker. And so out of gratitude, we named this award after he and his wife, Marilyn, who was a great fan of ours for many, many years and sadly passed away 2 years ago. But Jim continues to raise havoc in the city of Providence. So that is the background to this award. The Winoker Award goes to an employee who is consistently in support of the PACE mission and acts on that support in ways that exceed their day-to-day responsibilities. The fruits of their labor are evident in the lives of our participants, and that other employees respect and appreciate the efforts of this individual's commitment. It is not uncommon for an individual staff person to be nominated year over year and simply be inched out for the win by another deserving colleague. The multiple submissions are a clear indication that this person is consistently thought of by their peers as a deserving award winner. I am that much more excited about this year because I have read the multiple nominations over the years and know that this person is well deserving of this award at this time. The nomination states that this person is a resource to many staff and to all of our centers. They have tremendous institutional knowledge about our rules, regulations, and practices. This person is eager to assist any staff person to better understand the CMS rule or organizational practice. This person is noted for their supportive and thorough approach when training or onboarding staff. This person's commitment to PACE and our participants is unwavering. This person is not a shrinking violet. No Silent Star award here. And the direct, upfront, articulate, reliable, and smart voice this person brings to their work and to the organization is respected and appreciated. This person generates great ideas on behalf of participants. Their respect for participants is genuine and heartfelt. They have a firm yet loving approach with participants. The firm approach encourages people to try and encourages people to engage. They know participants at all of our locations and endear themselves to all. This person is willing to pitch in to do what it takes to get participants what they need, whether it's delivering food, going on home visits to participants not normally seen, helping someone walk from the dining room to the day center as they pass on their way to a meeting. People notice this person's selfless and sincere care. Challenging participants have met their match when this person enters their life. This person is not afraid to tackle the hardest questions, worst situations, and actually seems to thrive a bit on these challenges. As a licensed clinician, this person has the clinical background and experience, along with the grit and creativity to tackle these challenges. This is a person whose opinions will be heard. They contribute sound, logical, and thoughtful ideas. This person does not waste their voice or actions on trivial issues. The results of their ideas has led to improvements in programs, staff performance, and participant care. There is no doubt we are smarter and better for their efforts. This is also a person who is willing to teach staff, mentor a student, engage with guests, work on special projects, and stretch beyond their own role and department. It's this flexibility that also makes this person valuable to PACE. Reliable, curious, and clever. These are also terms associated with this person. This person has a lengthy and impressive career at PACE, as well as prior to PACE. Their commitment to caring for others extends well beyond PACE. Whether it's to their own family, their church community, this person believes in doing good for others and puts that belief in action by volunteering their time towards the care of others. This person is one of a kind, not only in personality, but also professional skill. They are a teacher, a volunteer, a professional, and contribute to the professional growth of those in their life as well as those here at PACE. They love to travel to unique places. They are a generous and loving aunt, and they have also been a devoted caregiver. It is for this reason and many others that I congratulate Melissa Simonian on receiving the Winoker Award.
Is it bad when you don't recognize yourself? I'm shocked. I'm also humbled and grateful and emotional. I am all those things. But I have to say that, and I have said this to many people here, that PACE has made me a better person. I believe in the mission, although I am not the soft person here. I do everything with an open heart. I think that this is one of the most amazing organizations that I've ever worked for, and I have worked in healthcare for not as long as Denise, but pretty close to that. And I'm truly grateful to come to work every day. I think you guys are great, and this is really, really difficult work. And so the fact that everybody shows up day after day is huge. And I think the other thing that's really special is that if you do come here, and maybe your day is a little, didn't start off so well, this is a great place to have it turn around. So thank you. I will continue to work as hard as I can, and I really do appreciate the skill and the love that you guys bring every day, and I truly believe that our participants are better for it, and so are we. So I thank Joan and the board for supporting some of the ideas that come out of here, which just make lives better, which I believe is why we're all on this planet. So thank you very, very much.
So you'll notice that some of your colleagues, whether it's Westerly or Woonsocket or here, will also be given roses today. And those roses are an indication that they too were nominated for one of these awards, and that we think equally as special about them as we do the actual award winners. So if you see someone with a rose, please give them a congratulations. I'd like to call Sandy up now to call for a vote to adjourn our meeting and to invite people on. So thank you very much for your attention this morning.
Okay, everyone. I propose that we set agendas up like this going forward. A wonderful agenda. Can I have a motion to bring this to close? Thank you, Jeff. Second. Kim, thank you. All in agreement. And do we have a motion to close our meeting and begin our refreshments? Welcome. Again, thank you, everyone, for everything that you do.
Refreshments will be served in the private dining room, so please head on over there. Thank you very much for being here this morning.